2021. It's a great privilege for me to come all the way from the northeastern part of Nigeria to be here today. The job we have as governors' wives are to support our husbands in other little ways that he may not be able to go. And I'm so proud of your governor's wife because she has shown us what she has done. She has not wasted all these years she has been there supporting her husband. Our job also as leaders is to serve. And from what we have seen, her records, I don't know who can be able to break it in years to come. But I congratulate you, the people of Anambra State, for having such a first lady. And I want to say here that women, sometimes when I see women celebrating whether little things or big things, I'm filled with admiration. Because as a woman, a mother, a wife, and so many things in society, we know what we go through. But yet, you find women with full vigor celebrating life. May God bless us women. May God help us to continue to stand in the gap for our family and also the people who are under us. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeso sariki, Allah sariki, ubangini sariki, mecheta. Yeso sariki, Allah sariki, ubangini sariki, mecheta. Ewo, Yeso sariki, Allah sariki, ubangini sariki, mecheta. Yeso sariki, Allah sariki, ubangini sariki, mecheta. Onemema, onyoma, onemema, onyoma, onemema, onyoma, esheda. Onemema, onyoma, onemema, onyoma, onemema, onyoma, esheda. That was the First Lady Taraba State, Her Excellency Mrs. Anna Darius Dixon Ishaku. At this point in time, Your Excellencies, we are inviting the founder, Ugoto Chop Life Foundation, the mother Teresa of Enugu State, who sleeps, thinks, and then works for the goodness of the people of Enugu State, Southeast Nigeria, inviting Her Excellency Monica Ugochi Ugwanye, the wife of the Buruburu of our time. Her Excellency Monica Ugwanye, Mama surprise, Wanya ije mono, Mama surprise. Asa wanya ije, Enugu State ije mono, Mama nye Monica, Omarobi Ugwanye, Udoki jibia, Enugu State isogi, Omekwalanka ozo.
Hallelujah. Umwanya Anambra kwenu. Umwanya Anambra kwenu. Kwezonu. Ndi ne mama. no bosita bukendinne. Your Excellency, my dear sister, my friend, my colleague, Dr. Ebele Obiano, the mother of Anambra State. Thank you for this honor. My lovely sisters, sisters beyond boundary, the wives of various governors from different parts of the country, representing our other colleagues. So as far as we are concerned, you can just see a few of us, but all of us are ably represented here. Please, for want of time, please permit me to stand on already established protocols. Ndị igwe, maka omenala, ana m ekele unu. Ndị okenye niile nọ ebe a, unu mana ihe mmemme ụmụ nwanyị, but anyị ga-akwanyere ndị di anyị ugwu. On behalf of ụmụ nwanyị niile nọ ebe a, ụmụ nwanyị Igbo niile, ana m ekele unu. Please, my sisters have said it all. I can just add a little. As women, what are we taking home today? We talked about gender-based violence. What COVID-19 has brought into our various homes. I'm emphasizing on rape, on the girl child, and even the boy child, which is now rampant because of COVID-19. Mothers, what are we taking home today? What are we going to do to stop these ugly things that are happening to our young ones? I know we've all been listening to news. We hear a lot of things. How innocent girls has been raped. Why? Because of COVID-19, they were all locked together with their perpetrators. They don't have anywhere to run to. You cannot go left or right because you are locked inside the house with your perpetrator because of COVID-19. But today, I'm telling mothers, because COVID-19 is still here, a lot of people are not going to work. Parents are locked inside the house together, quarrels every day, our kids are watching. But mothers, you know we are properly and well created by God. God knows why he added a man to our name. God knows why he called us woman. We can do more than the men. We can do a lot of things at the same time. So I advise mothers today, please, let's shine our eyes. Let's use our eagle eyes that God gave us to monitor our children, to take care of our children. We can't be chasing money and abandon our children in the house. A lot of our girls, our daughters, our sons are being raped, molested, abused in our own houses. And we don't see why. All of us are chasing money. We want ends to meet. Please, mothers, let us go back to square one. Let us pay attention to our children. Let us know whatever they are doing every day. As mothers, no matter what you do, no matter the kind of work you do, please, when we come back, let's check our children. We all are aware of what is going on. In the few days, a girl stabbed a man, and a lot of people are talking about where is the girl's mother. When things happen, any bad thing, mothers will be called upon. Please, mothers, let's pay attention to our children. Let's know what they are doing every day. Let us monitor their going out and their coming in. The pair group, the kind of relationship they keep, the kind of things you see around your children. If you can monitor whatever they are doing on their internet, their email, please, mothers, let's monitor them. Let's pay attention to our words. And God will bless us. God will guide us. And as first ladies, just like my other sisters have said, we are doing a lot to make sure that this gender-based violence will reduce it to a minimum, at least we were going to reduce it in such a way that it won't be like a national anthem in our society again. Before COVID-19, we had 16 states that have passed Child Rights Act and VAP law. But when governors' wives came together as a result of the pandemic, gender-based violence, we now decided as first ladies to work with our husbands to remind them so that all those states that have not passed Child Rights Act, so that they will pass it. As we are standing here today, out of 36 states, in 2019 we had 16 states, but now I'm happy to tell you 27 states have passed the Child Rights Act. Because when we talk about gender-based violence, you cannot prosecute anybody without these laws in place. We have these laws in place. A lot of states have passed it, and we are praying that more states will pass it and implement it. God bless us. Anambra women, I wish you people a successful summit, and I know it will not end this year. It will continue. Whether Her Excellency is here or not, I know this is summit that has been there before we were born, and we will continue doing it, and we'll modernize it as we go on. God bless you all.
Her Excellency, money Kugwani, Wanyanyi Jemono, Biko Guaramundi Security, say Hajere Kamuna Kibato Beregu, Wanyo Malaya Nazuki, Umepalaka, the wife of the governor of Enugu State, Southeast Nigeria, Her Excellency, Mrs. Monica Ugochi Ugwanyi, the founder of Ugo Touch of Life Foundation, doing good things like her sister, the wife of the governor of Anambra State. Monica, Onyodo Kodo, Owokere Gonuna Teto. Monica, Hopan Keke, Jenan Kayana Nichiyolu. Your Excellencies, this is the time we will invite the Honorable Minister, Women Affairs and Social Development, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Pauline Talem, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary of that very ministry, Ambassador Antonia A. Eba, PhD. And there, the Permanent Secretary comes to deliver the minister's address. Excellency, Ebere Chuku, Obiano, Okologo Maramba, 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 Una donde go, Her Excellency, bye bye mama, we love you you, Mama. We love you, Mama. See you some other time. Make you send message. Make it send me. Unaniven nebu. Obonya usako. Your Excellencies, representing the Minister is the Director, Gender Affairs of the Federal Ministry of Human Affairs and Social Development, Ambassador Anthony A. PhD. You are welcome, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the First Lady of Anambra State, Your Excellencies, all the First Ladies of Nigeria States here present, I respectfully recognize you. Royal Highnesses here present, I respectfully and dutifully recognize you. All protocols respectfully and duly observed. I want to quickly correct the impression. I am not Dr. Antonia Epa, that is my permanent secretary. My Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary, so desired to be here. Now, all the arrangements have been put in place for the Honorable Minister and the Permanent Secretary to be here in person, but due to the exigencies of their office, something cropped up and they had to answer to duty. I have been sent to represent them, like I corrected our MC, our able MC. I am the Director of Gender Affairs and my name is Mrs. Willis. I am going to quickly go through the text of the Honorable Minister's speech. Like I said, this is one ceremony the Honorable Minister holds very dear to her heart. And she has sent a message of goodwill to the First Lady and the most important people of Anambra State, saying though she might not be here in person, but her spirit is here. That though she might not be here in person, she so craves and desires the people of Anambra State, celebrating you for honoring mothers. I'll pick her speech. She says, it gives me great pleasure to be part of this auspicious program, the 2021 Anambra State Mothers Summit, which is an annual event designed to showcase women's desire and commitment towards building an egalitarian society. This year's theme focuses on fighting gender-based violence in the COVID-19 world. Gender-based violence became exacerbated as a result of the COVID-19. The global outbreak of the novel coronavirus affected continents and regions differently. Across the globe, the impact of the COVID-19 is not gender neutral. It affected men and women differently. The pandemic amplified the gender inequalities in our society by making women more vulnerable to its residual effects. Gender-based violence is pervasive in all settings, but especially in natural disaster, health, emergency conditions such as the COVID-19 pandemic. The surge in cases of gender-based violence across the nation is because natural disaster and health emergencies usually disrupt the existing protective structure of the vulnerable, mostly women and girls. Such disruption produces multiplier effects of negative circumstances resulting in further violation, abuse, oppression, and exploitation of women and girls. For instance, the lockdown and social distancing mechanisms occasioned by the COVID-19 restricted women and girls from support services while locking them at home with their abusers. So much has been said on this by speakers who have spoken earlier. It is a known fact that gender-based violence has its root cause on poverty. Feminization of poverty. The poor socioeconomic status of women and girls is heightened by the global widespread economic uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic. The ever-increasing insurgence and insecurity, including food insecurity, combined with the global economic crisis, continue to push millions of Nigerians into abject situations. Women and girls bearing the great brunt of the recent currency and food inflations in Nigeria. The economic uncertainty as seen in recent inflation has challenged the capacity of households and families to adequately cater for their members. Women and girls are at the receiving end of family crisis. The resultant effects of household economic crisis include increased number of out-of-school children, mostly girls, high rate of early child and forced marriage, heightened trafficking in persons, prostitution, unemployment, job loss, and cracking livelihoods. The critical analysis of recent situation across the nation in the context of COVID-19 has shown that a notable unequal gender impact of COVID-19 pandemic, particularly in relation to microeconomic impact. As part of the sexual and gender-based violence campaign, lobbying and high-level advocacy, Federal Ministry of Women Affairs has presented a memo to the Federal Executive Council in the year 2020 on the unacceptable trends and patterns and surge in rape and other gender violence in the country. The outcome of this memo led to the following. It gave birth to a directive by Mr. President to the Attorney General of the Federation to immediately inaugurate an interministerial gender-based violence management committee to proffer a synchronized approach to address all forms of violence against women and children in the country. This was inaugurated on the 23rd of July last year. It also led to a directive by the President, His Excellency, to the Inspector General of Police to promptly deal with all sexual and gender-based perpetrators. This is in contrast to the President's declaration of zero tolerance to rape and other gender-based violence. The Federal Ministry of Women Affairs established a National Technical Working Group on Gender-Based Violence to coordinate gender-based violence mitigation across the nation. The ministry launched the National Gender-Based Data Collection Tool, the first of its kind, to ease the dearth of GBV data in the country, with directives that every gender-based violence partner and stakeholder are expected to use the tool to collect and forward gender-based data to the ministry for effective national gender-based violence coordination and planning. As a whole, it is my sincere desire to submit that state and non-state actors on gender-based violence should consider efficient gender-based violence response in COVID-19 era in the following ways. 1. Recognition of gender-based violence as a life-saving humanitarian intervention to COVID-19. Ensuring inclusiveness and the participation of gender-based violence vulnerable groups in leadership and decision-making and programming. Provision of economic support services to survivors of gender-based violence, including conditional cash transfer, voucher assistance, provision of food and material palliatives and other essential social protection interventions. Promotion of more research and evaluation as evidence-based on gender-based violence in the context of COVID-19 for appropriate GBV programming. So far, the ministry acknowledges the immense contribution of state and non-state actors, as well as the technical support and financial assistance of development partners on gender-based violence intervention. The ministry is committed to a continuous collaboration with relevant stakeholders to fight GBV in the COVID-19 world. I want to add to this. I see today's occasion as a celebration of motherhood. I see today's occasion as a time when mothers can be brought to answer for their children. The speakers before me have continuously called on mothers to take the art of parenting very serious. We owe the next generation leaders that will replace us, leaders that will take over from us to make sure that the Nigerian state survives. Mothers, I want to use this occasion to call on all of us. Please, let's take care of our children. Like the last speaker said, when something goes wrong with a child, they ask, where is the mother? It means that we mothers are very, very important. It means that the generation to come depends on the efforts we as mothers put in today. I tend to use that to see today's occasion as a call to action for every mother represented here. Mothers, let's rise to the challenge. Mothers, let's take our responsibility very serious. Mothers, let's arise. Let's protect the future generation, because the future generation depends on the abilities we put together as mothers. I want to use this occasion to thank the First Lady of Anambra State for this wonderful summit. And I also want to encourage other First Ladies here present to please take a cue from her. I think we need more of this Mother Summit annually. Thank you very much, Ma. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. The representative of the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs and Social Development. Ladies and gentlemen, as she was on the podium speaking, the Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly arrived. Your Excellency, may I crave your indulgence to welcome the number 3 citizen of Anambra State, Right Honorable Uchenna Victor Episeni Okafo Omekania. Mr. Speaker, we welcome you, and also the Deputy Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Pascal Abodike Milioma, and then the Majority Leader of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Nnamdi G. Okafo, we welcome you. And then, too much, yo. Hey, I want too much, yo. Excuse me. I want too much, yo. Honorable Smart Nonso Okafo, the honorable member and the House Committee Chairman on Gender and Women Affairs. Smart, we welcome you.
Your Excellency, at this more pointed time, we will now give you the results of the March past to bring you up to talk to us. Permit me to quickly invite them. The first position we are starting, best dressed. First position, Oka South Local Government. Please rush to the podium and collect your... So GC, Namadabo, first position, best dressed. Oka South Local Government. OGC is also OGC Kacho. Then, March Pass Proper. March Pass Proper. Winner, oh, winner. Moka, you don't win, oh, winner. I say. Kabana collected their cup. March Pass Proper. I gave you a first position, first, number 1. Is Emily South. Is Emily South. Is Emily, Ose. Is Emily South, rush, Obikono. We are now rushing because of the hour. So what First in Bada Russia,
Gaa n'ụtọ ọkụ mmiri gị.